If you want a sharply styled four-door GT car with a thumping great engine and rear-wheel drive handling, then you've just got to go German, haven't you? I mean, take this BMW as an example. It's long, it's low, and it's purposeful in a way that the mainstream manufacturers, they just don't know how to do. It's a what? A Kia. Yes, that's right. If you thought Kia only built SUVs and family hatchbacks, then think again. Think of it like this. Cars like the Ceed, the Rio and the Sportage, well, they're Kia perfecting its bread and butter offerings. The Stinger, well, that's the honey slathered on top. In design terms, it's a fastback rather than a conventional hatchback, which gives it sleek styling and a long, useful boot. It's not just the boot that's long either, because at 4.8 metres, the Stinger is a big car generally, and what that means is that you get lots of legroom in the back. And if you're going in the middle seat, it is a bit narrow and there is this massive transmission tunnel, but it can be done. In terms of the materials, you could say, well, it's not quite up to Audi and BMW standards, but it's really not far off. Although nicely designed, there are elements of the dash that don't quite live up to the best in the market. It's minor stuff really, like the silver plasticky buttons that are supposed to look metal but don't really. But where you can't fault Kia is on the amount of equipment that comes as standard on the GTS. For example, this electrically adjustable steering wheel that, as you would have seen, powers down to meet you when you get in the car. You also get a heated steering wheel, you get full leather seats that are heated and cooled, you get the head-up display and the touchscreen. It's a great driving environment too. You can get the seats down nice and low and this wheel comes really close to you. Plus, with this wide transmission tunnel here, it feels really snug. Like any great Grand Tourer, it's a car in which you relish the prospect of every drive. Speaking of which, although lesser Stingers are available with four-cylinder engines, the GTS instead uses a 3.3 litre V6 with not one, but two turbos. That gives you 365 horsepower, and while peak torque arrives from just 1300 RPM. Combine this with an 8-speed automatic gearbox, and you really do have power absolutely everywhere whenever you want it. As a measure of just how quick the Stinger GTS is, it'll get from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 4.7 seconds. Also brilliant from a fun to drive perspective is that the Stinger sends its power to the rear wheels, and it's playful with it without being too much of a handful. Having its torque come in so low down really helps here, as does the inclusion on the GTS of a limited slip differential as standard, plus the fact that the car sits on a long wheelbase. What all this means is that when the rear tyres do break traction, it's not too snappy. The Stinger is right up there for ride and handling too. Kia actually poached one of BMW's dynamics experts, a chap called Albert Biermann, to head up its performance car division, and it is paying dividends. And not only does the Stinger feel incredibly well balanced, but it also rides really nicely. Perhaps the only slight disappointment in the ride and handling department is that there's no real feedback through the steering. That said, the response when you turn the wheel is still quick and faithful, and the weighting of the steering itself feels about right. So it's more of a chink in the armour as opposed to something to really put you off. What might make you think twice though, the purchase price and running costs, because with the Stinger GTS costing just over £40,000, it means it falls into the higher rate of VED or road tax for the first 5 years of its life. To a large degree though, these are the kind of costs that go hand in hand with owning a big, powerful and well-equipped GT car, regardless of who makes it. Plus, at least with this being Kia, you do get that 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty, and that really is what's so interesting about the Stinger, because this isn't about Kia trying to get existing customers to spend more money on a bigger, more powerful car, as much as it is about getting people who had never even considered one of its cars to engage with the brand. Much like its e-Niro electric SUV, this is about Kia starting to flex its muscles. To see more new and used car reviews, please don't forget to subscribe to the CarGurus UK YouTube channel, and to find a great deal from a top rated dealer on your next car, head to cargurus.co.uk.